What's up, you guys? Welcome back. Today's video is another exciting one. Not only are we going to be building with the new Ryzen 5000 series processors, we're also announcing the winner of the very first giveaway on this channel and taking a sneak peek into the next giveaway. Make sure to subscribe to enter all future giveaway announcements and turn on the notification for all posts and new content. For today's build, I'm using an ASRock B550 Phantom gaming motherboard and the Ryzen 5600X. If you remember from my last video, the 5600X is a 6-core 12-thread processor. Honestly, I think this, or maybe the 5800X, are the most value for your money, especially if you're trying to build a gaming setup without breaking the bank. The 5600X is also the only 5 series processor so far that comes with a cooler, so you can save some money there. Let's get started. This is my first time using an ASRock motherboard, and I am pleasantly surprised. This motherboard is really beautiful and has everything you need. It can support both 3000 and 5000 series processors, so if you're using the 3000 series, you can future-proof yourself a little bit by going with this motherboard. It can support a max memory of 128 gigs. Not that anyone needs that, but you can if you wanted to. The processor install is the same as any other AMD build. Just unlock and lift the locking mechanism next to the chipset on the motherboard, line up the arrows on the processor and the motherboard, drop the processor into place without applying any pressure, and then lower and secure the locking mechanism back into place. Easy peasy. Since we are using the stock cooler, the install is really easy too. Just remove the 4 screws holding the 2 brackets into place and line up the cooler with the 4 screw slots and tighten them up. Remember, the thermal paste is pre-applied, so you don't have to worry about it. I find it best to tighten them a little bit at a time and going around multiple times until they are fully secured. As a seasoned PC builder, I can install memory the first time, every time. Please ignore my fiance. I definitely installed it perfectly the first time.
Sometimes you make mistakes, and that's okay. You can just pull the RAM right back out.
Since this PC is for a friend and it's going to be his first gaming PC, most of the parts being used are the ones I had on hand. Memory install is fairly simple. Just make sure to lower the locking mechanism and line up the grooves on the RAM to the motherboard and press down firmly. You should hear them lock into place and can see the locking mechanism back in the upright position. Since we have the motherboard still out of the case, let's go ahead and install our NVMe M2 SSD. This install is pretty similar to the memory installation, since all you have to do is line up the grooves on the SSD to the motherboard. Once it's in, just secure it into place with a screw. The screw generally comes with the motherboard or the case, but I have extras lying around, so I just use one of those. Let's move on to prepping the case. This also brings us to my favorite part of the build. I got this case from Amazon for $80. It looks amazing, was easy to build in, and comes with 6 RGB fans. Yes, you heard me right, 6 RGB fans. I honestly think this is the case you should be building in if you're trying to save money but still get a decent looking PC. I'll drop the link in the description if you want to check it out. To prep the case, we just have to remove the front glass panel and the back panel so we can access all the case cables and drop our motherboard into place. Undo any screws holding the panels into place to remove them. Also, don't forget to stop your cat from trying to get in the video. Once the case is open, lay it on its side and install the I/O shield. This is the most annoying part of any build, but just line it up and apply pressure on the sides until you hear it click into place. Once the I/O shield is installed, we can finally install our motherboard. Just line it up with the cutouts on the I/O shield and the standoffs on the case, and secure it into place using the screws that came with your case. And since we have the case open, let's go ahead and install our power supply as well. I was using a 550 watt bronze PSU for this, but I didn't like the color after I finished recording. Before I gave this over to my friend, I switched it out for a black PSU to match the white and black theme we have going on. Just insert the power supply and secure it into place using the screws it came with or the ones that came with your case. The graphics card of choice was MSI's Radeon 5500X XT. This is about the only thing you can find these days without paying a huge premium. Also, despite being a budget card, it has decent performance, and for someone who is getting into PC gaming for the first time, this is more than enough. Also, my fiance wanted to show off her nails that are red for AMD. Either that or the giant ring on her finger. Not sure which one. To install the card, line it up with one of the PCIe slots of your motherboard and visually inspect which back plates you'll need to remove. Now is also a good time to talk about the only part of the case I didn't like. The vertical mounting mechanism has to be removed before the GPU could be put in, and it seemed like the easiest way to take that out was to remove all the back plates. Maybe I missed something, but that's how I ended up doing it. Again, it wasn't difficult, but it was a little time consuming. Screwing and unscrewing is a workout, so I had to remove my hoodie. To install the GPU, just remember to set the PCIe locking mechanism into the open position, line up the grooves and apply somewhat firm pressure until you hear it click into place. Then secure it into place using the screws that you removed while removing the back plates. Don't forget to put any extra back plates back that you may have removed as part of the install. Next, let's get power to all of our parts, and to keep up with the theme, I used white cable extensions. First, I hooked up the motherboard cable, then I ran the GPU cable through the back, and last but certainly not least, I ran the power cable for the processor. Again, I changed the power supply after recording, so I had to do this part again, but the process was the same. I also put in a 1TB 7200 RPM hard drive, which can hold a few games for my friend. After installing the hard drive, I connected the extension cables to the power supply unit from the back. And that was it. We are done. Just have to install the panels we removed and remove the plastic as slowly as possible for that sweet, sweet satisfaction. I think this turned out great. My friend was really happy with it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Also, I know all of you are wondering who won the giveaway. The winner is at the end of this video, and as I'm recording this, I haven't picked a winner yet. If you're the winner, congrats. Please contact me via my email in the About section to arrange for shipping. If you didn't win, don't beat yourself up. My next video is another giveaway video. I don't want to spoil the fun, so make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss it. I'll catch you in the next one.